Welcome to the week ahead for financial markets. Mike Smith, Senior Analyst of Markets and Head of Client Education and Training, as we look at the potential major market shifters over the next 5 trading days. So we've chosen 5 market moving factors we think could be important. The first, of course, is technically the markets have rallied towards the back end of last week. But is this merely a blip in what is otherwise a regime of uncertainty and continued volatility? Let's just have a look at a price chart just to see where we're at. And if we look at the Nasdaq as an example, you can see that significant drop that put us into bear market territory. A higher low created here at the beginning of last week, and then subsequent that market rally on the back of Trump saying that he would not be interested in firing the current Federal Reserve Chairman, nor and some positive noises potentially about some trade deals. This has brought us back up to an important level here. And we actually breached it on Friday. You can see we're retesting that level at 19,286 in today's trading. So what's going to be important going forward? We have quite a busy data week, and of course those trade talks will continue. But of course, we need to see technically, if we are to breach this level, creating a new higher low than that level there, and that would suggest that we are feeling okay despite the ongoing volatility and uncertainty that we're still likely to see. Interesting chart, one worth keeping an eye on as an overall gauge of market sentiment. Of course, it is US jobs week, one of the key data points. We've got ADP jobs report on Wednesday, weekly jobs on Thursday out of the US, and of course, the big one, the non-farm payrolls on Friday. Weak jobs numbers unlikely to play in the recessionary narrative that seems to be gathering some momentum as a possibility as we see Trump's tariffs start to bite both internationally but also locally in the US. So that's certainly worth keeping an eye on. We may get a significant market move after that. We are, of course, seeing US earnings season starting to ramp up. The forward guidance so far has been tempered with uncertainty, and the markets have tended to punish stocks that have either not met expectations, although over 70% have beaten expected EPS, but also those that offer guidance which isn't particularly positive. Next 2 weeks, we get the majority of the S&P 500 reporting. So during the course of those next few days, we should see a clearer picture of what's happening with US earnings. We are seeing gold pulling back. We nearly touched 3,500 in last week's trading at its high, few dollars off that. But since then, we've saw a pullback on Friday and again in Asia to the point where we've actually breached 3,300. Now, we have done a chart of the day on gold, worthwhile going to have a look at, but we would suggest that the current level that it's at, around about 3,265, is the key support. We breach that and we could see more selling. If we don't, if we bounce off that, it's simply another retracement in the up move. So keep an eye on those key levels, 3,265 and 3,300, to assist in your decision making about what could happen next with gold. Finally, we have got the BOJ meeting this week. Markets are mixed on the rate hike possibility. Certainly some of the data has supported the ability of the BOJ to raise rates if they wanted to, but the BOJ governor was fairly dovish in his comments fairly recently on the back of potential uncertainty of the impact of tariffs. So we may see another pause this time, but certainly the expectation is we'll get a BOJ rate rise in the not too distant future. That will have impacts on markets not only locally in Japan, but also across the board, as you'll see perhaps an unwinding of the carry trade to some degree, and of course significant moves in FX pairs. So those are your 5 market moving factors. Don't forget we do live updates every day at 12:30. Pop in and see us if you get a chance. And of course, we do have our deeper dive on something to do with trading and the markets generally on a Wednesday, our inner circle session. Be great to see you there. And of course, we're always here to help. Our support team are ready and waiting for your call if you need any assistance with anything. Most importantly, have a great week ahead. Trade safe and see you again soon. Bye bye for now.